So I love jazz piano and I love blues, and a lot of jazz is blues based, and that's a lot of Western music is just blues based. So one of my favorite chord compings is, say, if you're in the B flat, the B flat chord major triad is going to be B, D, and F, right? Not to bore you with too much theory. And then if you want the seven, the flat seven here is going to be A flat, and that makes it feel like you need to go somewhere else, right? Kind of like a question, and go into E flat, right? So one of the great ways to solo, you could go like this and just play that chord and like, and that's fine. But I think a little more abstract sound things that kind of sound cool are to take like a circle of fourths approach to that, and so up in so if your bass chord is B flat, you look at the fifth. So take the fifth up here, and then you'd go a fourth up and a fourth down. So if you want to know how to get to a fourth, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chromatic notes. So if you're in the F, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's actually your fifth, right? And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's your other fourth. I said fifth. You have to go 5 steps up to get to the fourth if you're going on the chromatic scale. It's kind of funny, but you'll learn it. So that kind of sounds kind of cool, and that works for B flat, because this is the C here ends up being the 2 or the 9 chord, and then you've got obviously the 5 is F and B flat, right? And then when you go to E, then that's actually a 6 here, and the 2 chord, and then B becomes the 5. So, and then in a cool turn of events, if you keep this here, you can also just solo off of going to the 3 and the 7 flat. So in B with the left hand. So in B flat, then D is going to be your 3, and then your flat 7 is going to be A minus. So you can go like this. And then when you go to the E chord, you can just shift them down 1. See, and now magically, this is the 7, D flat is the 7, flat 7 of E flat, right? So, and then this one, G, is the 3 of E flat. So it's kind of a little complicated, but if you want to sit down and like write it out on music theory, it can kind of help you understand it a little bit. So going from the B, so you get all the way back down here to started here. It's a tritone is the other thing about that. The devil's note. So whole lot of information in that, jam-packed. Watch it again. You'll start to get it. So just to summarize, if you're playing in B flat, go to start with the 5 of whatever your root chord is, and then go up 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chromatic steps, and 5 chromatic steps down to get your fourths away, like the circle of fours. That can be your right hand stuff, and then you can use the 3 and flat 7 on your left hand, like that. And then if you're changing, then we're changing to E flat. We don't have to change the right hand here, right? We're just changing the bass notes, keeping that tritone. And that's a way just to kind of basically comp in a jazz setting and a blues setting on piano. It's super easy to remember. Once you get it down, you just translate that into whatever key you're working with. Thanks for watching, and hope you got something out of it. Let me know if you've got any questions in the comments, and please make sure you subscribe.